need to shut the window. It's really far away. It's over a chair and past the desk. Oh, first world problems, okay. So yes, I asked you guys to send in questions about Friends, and not Friends the TV show, as some people took it to mean, but about you and your friends, and if you just wanted to ask my thoughts and opinions. So I picked out a few of those questions and I shall answer them now. What do you do when your friends' parents don't like you? I went to an all-girls private school, and all of the girls I was friends with came from a very different social class than I did, and some of their parents didn't think I was a good influence. Not for any specific reason. I think the main reason was that I went through a phase of dressing very differently from everybody else. I looked quite emo. Let's just say it, Carrie. You looked like an emo. And one of my best friend's parents weren't warm to me. And I mean, sometimes people judge you based on things like what you wear or the music you listen to, or, you know, how you sound when you talk. And I think the main thing to do is just reassure them that you are a respectable, good person. You know, just be polite when you meet them. Make sure that your friend isn't going home and telling them all of the stupid things you do at school. That's a good start. Did you ever have to deal with friends ignoring you because of new friends / boyfriends / etc.? How did you do it? I was the friend, to be totally honest. And speaking from the person who has the boyfriend or has the new friends, that person still wants to be friends with you. They've just kind of become sidetracked a little bit in their own heads, and you just need to remind them that you're there. Ask them whether they can set aside a day where you can spend some quality time together, or whether you can just hang out after school, just you two without any other interferences. And just remind them that you are still a friend who is willing to be there for them, and it would be nice if they just gave you a little more love. What's something you look for in a friend? Personally, I always like it when a friend can make me laugh and cheer me up when I'm not feeling that great. And just someone who I can feel the most me around. Like, I don't have to, you know, put on an accent when I'm with them just because they think that's cool, or, you know, have to pretend to like or dislike things that I really have no opinion on. Someone who I can disagree with and have a different opinion to, and just have that be fine. Do you think that a friendship between a boy and a girl is possible? Like a real friendship with no relationshipy feelings? Yes. There are like 12, 14, I don't even know how many boys are in Les Mis, but there's a lot of boys in Les Mis, some of whom have girlfriends who I have met and are friends with, and yeah, I don't have feelings for any of them, and I'm pretty sure none of them have feelings for me. Do you still talk to many friends from school? I didn't really have that many friends at school, let's be totally honest with yourself, Carrie. But I had 3 very good friends near the end of my school life, which are Vicky, Saffron and Lizzie, all of whom I'm still in touch with, all of whom I love dearly, and they've all come to see me in Les Mis, which is really nice, and I should be meeting up with Vicky for coffee like this week or next week, so yeah. Does your personality change when you're with your friends? I think certain friends bring out certain sides of me. That's not to say that I'm a completely different person or I'm fake when I'm with them, it's just that they emphasize certain parts of my personality. How do you avoid friend drama? I think you can avoid unnecessary friend drama by just being a bit more tolerant and thinking about whether what you're about to say in some kind of like disagreement or conflict, if it's going to rile things more and whether you really need to say it. But I don't think you can avoid disagreements or conflicts, because that just comes with different people having different opinions and personalities. So I think you kind of just have to let them happen and work through them and resolve them. I have this friend who is always blanking me and making me feel awful and stuff, but I really like her. What should I do? Talk to her. I'm always talking about communication and how, you know, it's really underrated, and people just need to talk to each other more when they have issues instead of bottling it up and hoping it just resolves itself. You need to talk to her and say, look, you're making me feel like crap and I don't know why. Is there a reason that you're doing that? And if there is, can we talk through it? But you also kind of need to think, if that person is making you feel that way and you don't like it and she won't stop even like when you talk to her, do you really want to be around someone like that? My friend has stopped talking to me properly and I don't know what I've done. What should I do? Use your words. Use your words. I need to make a song for this. Nothing gets resolved if you keep it bottled up inside your heart and your head. You just need to ask them and have what you think might be an awkward conversation, and it might not be an awkward conversation once you've had it. You just need to talk and find out, otherwise it won't ever be resolved. For you, does best friendiness mean something more than just good friends? Yeah, you kind of mutually know when you found a best friend. You kind of just feel it when you meet someone. You're like, like you are, there's part of my soul embedded in you. You are one of my Horcruxes, and now we have found each other and now we can be one. What would you do if a friend had judged you because of a past mistake and now doesn't trust you? It's hard, because once you've said that you're sorry and you know you've profusely apologized for the mistake that you made and you've said that it won't happen again, now you just need to prove that it won't happen again, which you can only do with time passing. Trust doesn't come back to someone like that, you know, it doesn't just rebuild overnight. It takes a long time of working through issues and, you know, past knots that you've had, and rebuilding that trust bit by bit. I think reassurance is a huge thing as well. If you're adamant and you are truly sorry and you know that you will not let whatever you did happen again, then you need to reassure them of that. And make sure that they know that you haven't just forgotten that you once made a mistake. Make sure that they know that you are still sorry and that you still are adamant that it won't happen again. So those are just some of my thoughts and opinions on some of the questions that you asked, and thank you for sending them all in. Bye! I'm just overcome with love for him, and I can't, he's not even mine! He's my nephew, he's not even my child. So I'm scared that I might squish my child too hard when I have one of my own. That thought actually terrifies me. It might be my worst fear.